Hi there, welcome back to another little mini episode of MacGyver's Workshop. And boy, we've had a busy weekend here. We've been getting a lot of stuff done, and one thing I had learned, I'm kind of glad I ran across it. I'm not sure if our codes here require it, but it only took a slightly longer amount of time to make it up, so we went ahead and did it. But if you look at the porch railings that I used, or that I built, you'll notice that they're kind of open-ended. And I was reading somewhere that they won't pass that on in a final inspection, so they have to be closed off because supposedly somebody can catch their purse on it, and it ends up becoming a hazard or whatever. You know, I'll state that my personal opinion is if somebody's that stupid, then they need to be arrested, not the person who built the porch. But that is purely my opinion and not in any way an educated and professional assessment of someone's mental capability. So there. But anyway, I'll show you what I had to do here. So basically, with the porch rail here, it's the same design and all, but we just kind of put this little closure on the end there to make sure it doesn't catch on anything. And like I said, I guess the object is to beat Darwin at his own game. But my philosophy's always been every time you try to do that, they make a better idiot. But again, my personal opinion. So we have that there on our porch railings, and of course we did the same thing on the front, so I won't necessarily need to take you and show you that, but that's all done. Now let's go inside. Okay, so basically what we did is I finished up the trim work on the island so that we have the corners done there, and the little trefoil brackets and all. We were real happy with that, the way that came out. And then I used put some little vertical backsplash, whatever you want to call it, on the countertops over there. And then we had to finish I had almost forgotten about it. I had to finish out the trim around the door here, where you recall I was telling you how we used the door for a 4-inch framework instead of 6. So what it basically required was just, trimming out a little tiny bit more. And all this is PVC. This is not wood, so it'll never rot. So I won't ever have to worry about that. And then that was another thing we got done. Let's see, what else did we do? I don't remember if I showed this in the last video or not. Oh yeah, well, it was just a matter of cutting the wood for that. But, oh yeah, this piece. Gosh, it's not like I'm getting old and senile or anything. Kind of prettied that up a little bit so you don't just see raw wood when you come in the door. And Tammy found this really cool mirror at Hobby Lobby. Old Time Pottery. I'm sorry, I got them mixed up. Forgive me. But it just goes great with the whole thing there. Like an old hammered tin pan kind of deal going on, and it works great with it. So I'm happy with it. We still haven't worked on getting the rest of that sticker off. We'll manage that at some point. That thing's like hyper glued on. And then I had to bring all this stuff out from the barn because with the rainy season coming, it just gets so damp in there. I was worried about it damaging stuff here. So we got the boxes for the dining room table and my office desk and lateral file cabinet and all that. Then the most time-consuming bit, oh yeah, there's the vanity top. It's hard to buy a vanity without a top on it, so we're going to basically get a 48-inch vanity with a top, because it's cheaper, and take it off and put our top on it, because it has the marbling in it that will match our tile. And then I had to pull all the doors out to one, we had to cut the notches for the handles, and I wanted to go ahead and had to move this particular hanger over to the left a little bit. That way it makes it a skosh easier to get it in and out of the track, given the way we have the trim set up in here. So that way it doesn't get wedged into the door channel. And then painting the doors, putting the the glossy white on them. So then if you're ever painting doors, it's kind of a cool thing. You these little painter's pyramids, and you set your door on them, and they've got a little point, so it doesn't hurt the finish. And you can flip the door over, and when it dries, you can paint the other side. And your door's not laying flat on a nasty piece of plywood getting all scratched up. So, neat little painter's trick apparently. So, like I said, after pulling all these doors out, that was a full day's worth of work, or half a day's worth of work, cutting them and moving the brackets and all that. And let's see, all that, I reckon that's about it for this weekend. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and please click the subscribe button. Keep if you want to keep up with what we're doing. Of course, like I said, we've been focusing on the house building project here, but the primary focus is my workshop, where we MacGyver up stuff and fix stuff. But we're also known to throw down in the kitchen. Between me and Tammy, we're both good cooks, and so always try to keep it entertaining. So like I said, please subscribe and click the little bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. So till next time, thanks again.